The artist.
When your name becomes a verb, you know you have made an impact. HBO's new documentary, Very Ralph, which you can see right now, explores the 50-year career of Ralph Lauren and his cultural impact.
And someone who knows a thing or two about what's popular is designer, stylist, TV personality, and former Ralph Lauren employee and Lehigh Valley native Carson Kressley. Thank you for being here.
Of course. I love to talk about all things Ralph because I had such a great time there when I worked there. It was super fun, super impactful on my career, and obviously I'm still into it.
Because is that all Ralph?
It's a combination. It's mostly Ralph because I had worked there for so long, and I was dying over your cardigan.
Yeah, I think we're going to fight this out after the show.
We might have to Indian leg wrestle for cardigans later. Stay tuned. But yeah, most of this is Ralph because I have a big collection of it from working there for so long, and I worked there because I loved it. So I've kept most of the the good stuff.
You know, it's funny. I think you told me a story the first time you ever met Ralph Lauren. You were in an elevator.
I was.
He was in an elevator, and you stood out, and that kind of catapulted you to doing more things within the company.
Yeah, it wasn't really my outfit, which was cute, but it was when Rachel on Friends was working for Ralph Lauren, and I had just gotten a job at Ralph Lauren, and I had maybe worked there 6 weeks, and of course I was like, usually 5 minutes late, so it was like 9:05.
Running in.
Our office was in a tower at 650 Madison Avenue. I literally slid on my penny loafers on the marble floor into the elevator. I thought was empty, and in the corner was Ralph Lauren. I was like, oh no, what do I do? So I had been in a meeting with him where I didn't talk, but I was just like, putting clothing on the wall, and I didn't know if he had remembered me. And we stood there, and it was awkward, and then he looked me up and down, and he goes, golf, because that's the department I worked in, designing golf clothes. Irony. And then I looked him up and down, and I was like, ooh, should I do this? And I just looked him up and down, and I said, billionaire. And he chuckled, thank God. And from then on, he knew who I was. And I had climbed the ranks there. I mean, I started as Ralph Lauren's brother, Jerry's assistant. And I tell everybody it was like the Devil Wears Prada, except everyone was really nice and wore pants with, embroidered whales on them. But it was a really great learning experience, and I climbed through the ranks and eventually started doing their advertising campaigns for all of the major department stores and their national ads, and it was really a phenomenal job.
I mean, and that had to be a huge springboard for you in your career because you're a designer, you're a stylist, you have TV shows all over the place. What did you take from your time working at Ralph Lauren that you then have incorporated into your own brand and business?
I learned so much there, and so many amazing designers have gone through Ralph Lauren. Tom Brown, who's from the Lehigh Valley, came through there, Vera Wang, so many people. And I think the thing that we all learned is that details matter. Ralph always would say, like, the last thing you put on is the first thing people will notice. So accessories, attention to detail, that's really important. And I think more than anything, I think, he's an amazing designer and has an amazing taste level and something that I really respond to. But he's really a phenomenal businessman and entrepreneur. And before anyone was selling lifestyle, I mean, Ralph Lauren really is a storyteller, and he's a purveyor of dreams and advertising and marketing and design. All of those things kind of intersect for him. And in the 70s and 80s, during those amazing, television commercials and print ads, it was really about selling a lifestyle and selling a dream, and I think that's what people really responded to.
And he's so classic, and so iconic. I feel like anybody can walk in and put something Ralph Lauren on, and it looks good on you. There's so many designers that are sort of particular to a certain body type or size. And I feel like with his clothes, anybody can wear it.
Yeah, he's really, taste level was also a big thing there, is, there's nothing that's going to be wildly avant-garde or trendy about Ralph Lauren, but it's always going to be in great taste, and it's an American classic.
You can keep it in your closet.
You can keep it forever. This is from 1978.
Right?
Maybe not. It doesn't button, but I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it.
And you got a lot going on. So you're going to stick around. We got to go to break, but we're going to get into Rap Battle, which is more than just about rhyming, and you're going to tell us about that.
I'm going to give you the scoop.
And then also about Couch, the new show you have on the Design Network.
Of course, yes.
Busy man.
I'm never leaving.
No.
All right, good.
We got you.
Stick around.
I'll let you go.
Stay with us.
Kimberly.
Hello, welcome.
How is it going?
It's going.
Is he like a nutcracker?
He's going to be a nutcracker.
Okay, so you're doing a whole outfit.
I'm actually going.
All right, there he is. We're back with celebrity stylist, fashion designer, and TV personality Carson Kressley. We're talking about your new show, just aired this week on Freeform Rap Battle.
Yeah.
Gift wrapping battle.
When people think of rap, they think of me. No, it's about gift wrapping, and it premiered last Monday on Freeform. It's on every Monday from 9 to 11 on Freeform during the holiday season, and it's a gift wrapping competition show.
I read a quote that said, you know, how to frame the show, and it said,
right.
You've got the Great British Baking Show meets gift wrapping.
Right.
It's that sort of competition.
Yeah, we thought it was all going to be like, you know, candy canes and gumdrops, and everyone's going to be very sweet.
No.
But it's a $50,000 prize, and the winning rapper gets their own wrapping paper collection from Paper Source. So these people really want to win. So
and they're not professionals. I mean, these are like everyday people.
It's kind of a mix. Like, one guy is a professional elf. And I was like, wait, you're an elf 12 months out of the year? I was like, you work outside of December? So he's a professional elf. He's from Ohio. And
where a lot of elves are.
Where a lot of it's, I think, a hotbed, really. And then we have like some moms that are just really into like wrapping and kind of Martha Stewart-y. And I think one or two of the people actually own like a professional gift wrapping company. Anita, who's on the show from Dallas, has a gift wrapping business. So it's a variety of people.
Fun. And you host, you're the judge.
I'm the judge.
And
yes.
Cheryl Underwood's the host.
Yes.
So that's fun.
It's been super fun. I had never, I had worked with her briefly on another project in LA, but I had not worked with her like every day. And these shows, like, you see them on TV and they're 43 minutes long, but we were literally there for like 17 hours a day because you're shooting like the sun going up and then the sun going down and all the stuff in between. And you really bond with your co-host, which I'm sure you know. And we had a lot of fun times on set. She's hilarious.
And it's kind of like a Project Runway type show where different challenges have to be met. A lot of kind of like zany type rapping where you have to rap different things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of, I think it's the first episode, they had to wrap something awkward, and everybody, you know, has had to wrap this strange item, and you're like, what do I do with this? And they had to somebody had to wrap a cactus and a foosball table. And so it's more than just creating beautiful wrapping, it's also a test of creativity and their skill in, you know, some unusual challenges.
And you're like a professional judge now.
You know what? Next up, Supreme Court.
That's right.
I'm very judgy. I get to judge Rap Battle, and I also have a new season of RuPaul's Drag Race, our 12th season.
Emmy, so congratulations.
We just won
another one.
I think it's the second Emmy for Best Reality Show, which is amazing. I won an Emmy for non-competitive reality show with Queer Eye 16 years ago, and then I think 2 years ago we won again for Drag Race, which was amazing. And that show's won like, I don't know, like 25 or 30 Emmys for all different categories. So
this is my
13th season now.
This was my 13th year in a row of not even getting nominated.
That's outrageous.
So good for you.
I'm doing a write-in campaign.
Susan Lucci over here.
Yeah, Susan Lucci cult now.
You know, and Carson, you also have Couch is going to be coming on December, is it 13th or 19th?
I think it's December 19th, and that's on a streaming platform called the Design Network. And if you have Apple TV or Samsung Plus or any of those things, you can get it.
Which everybody has now,
I guess so. Yeah.
Popular. And I love the couch for that set.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous.
I always wanted to do some kind of a talk show.
Yeah.
And I love interior design ever since I did Get a Room with Tom Felicia. And design is just my thing, whether it's clothing or wrapping or interior design. So I've always wanted to do that. And when they said, we were going to do the show for you, I said, can we please get a sofa that looks like a giant pair of lips? And it's a very famous, I didn't know, but it's a very famous, like, mid-century Italian designer. And I was looking for them on like First Dibs. I was like, wait a minute, that's our whole budget. So we actually made that sofa in North Carolina in like 2 weeks, and it turned out amazing. So, and we have some really, really incredible designers joining us on the couch. Alexa Hampton and Martin Lawrence Bullard and Hillary Farr from Love It or List It and Tom
Carson,
Felicia.
we can pick this up, and I apologize.
What? Breaking news?
Hard out here.
Yeah, like
Okay.
You're too good,
Say
but we will be
wrap it
back
up,
with
wrap
Carson
it
next
up.
half hour. We're gonna wrap.
We're gonna wrap.
And he's gonna judge us. So Carson, tell us what the ground rules here are. So obviously this is because of your show, Rap Battle,
Right.
on Freeform.
And you're
every
wrapping
Monday.
awkward items, which
Yes.
hopefully people at home don't have to wrap too many awkward things. But if you want to create beautiful holiday gift wrapping, on the show, we always start with a great, kind of kit of the things that you need. So
Yes.
you should really have double-sided tape. That's going to change everything because you can hide the tape under the flaps and you won't get any of that exterior tape.
Because otherwise you do the little bubble, but that doesn't.
Right, or you see the tape on the outside and sometimes it doesn't match the paper and it's like a little matte or a little reflective. Oh, that's a good touch.
You like these?
Yeah.
Accessorize
Very
first,
cute.
then you get your
Okay.
supplies. Double-sided tape. Buy a good scissors just for paper because I think we all use our scissors for I'm like cutting turkey legs
Yeah.
and like tree branches and then you go to cut paper and it doesn't work. So
what you're
use
wrapping?
one just for paper. That's a good quality scissors. And then have the supplies at home. The worst wrapping happens when you're like in a rush, and I've done it too, where I'm literally like at Rite Aid, like wrapping the present like in the car.
So what's the challenge? What should we do,
Buy some
Carson?
cute paper. Okay, so you guys are all wrapping awkward items.
Like this-
You have
like
the
this gnome.
the gnome. You have the skates. You had something I'd never seen before. Oh, it used to. I've seen that.
Yes.
It used to
There
be
was a soccer
ball.
Do we want the soccer?
You're gonna wrap this up.
Either way,
This
either
too.
way, that's easier to see. So just on the
wrap?
show, we have a time limit, and it's
Oh.
very crazy. So
right.
I think
I
you
already got a
probably
paper
only
cut.
have 30 seconds.
30 seconds to wrap.
But awkward items are, they're challenging, obviously.
yeah, I think Karen got the sharp scissors.
I think you
Did you
did.
hear that?
Also, you want to have
Like
cute paper,
magic.
which you have.
That was
And
me.
it doesn't have to be expensive. You can use like butcher paper and then use like natural materials.
That's a good idea. Like old paper bags.
You
I've
can use
used
old
those
paper bags
before.
and then just dress it up. Every package should have 3 things. It's like a great outfit. So you have your paper, which is
Not
kind
gonna
of your clothing.
Did I lose my tape?
I think you did. I'll help
Some
you.
right here.
I'll help you.
I shouldn't-
It's
wait.
the holiday season. No, it was just your eyewear,
Awful.
Oh, okay.
which I'm now going to keep. Oh, these are great. Oh, we're inside? I had
I
no
think people
idea.
may actually give back the gifts I get them because how terribly I wrapped them.
Well, we're in a
You know what?
rush.
I'm gonna
You know?
read you. Here, I have a new idea. New
Okay,
idea,
yeah.
new
Sometimes you want to
idea.
just try something out
Right?
of the
Sometimes
box.
you just want to dress it up.
Right, and like I was saying, that's a great idea.
Dress them up.
Gift wrapping is like an outfit. Your paper is kind of the clothing.
Yeah.
Your ribbon is the belt and shoes. And then you should have a third element, like a topper or something decorative. And that's like a great piece of jewelry or an accessory.
See?
So if you
Yes,
have those
little
3 things,
scarf.
see, then I would use
Like
an
an ornament
accessory.
too?
Yes.
You could use an ornament. You could use some greenery from your backyard, pine cones, something that the person loves. Like
all one.
sometimes I put little horseshoes on mine. But you could put some like this on him as well.
Make another little.
What's the time? How much
I think
time
you're
do we have
winning.
left?
I think we're probably out of.
2.
I think we're at 10.
We're at 10
9.
seconds. Shoot.
8.
Skates
7,
just cut themselves.
6, 5, 4. People at home are like, please, can this be over? 3,
Please.
No,
2,
End it.
1.
Misery.
All right.
Okay, scissors down. Well, okay.
So, okay.
We have 3 distinct approaches here.
Cute.
We have non-traditional, and you made like a little like shawl for him.
Shawl. He was
And
chilly.
I like that because sometimes an awkward item you can't wrap completely. We know what this is, but it's very cute. You actually, Bo, you completed your package.
Thank you.
Can you flip it around?
Do we want to do that?
Oh, is
do we want to see
something
how the
happening?
sausage is made?
I want to.
Got a
No,
little
see, that looks
bow.
fine.
Yeah.
It's the effort that counts. You have all the elements there. You have the wrapping, a lot of tape,
Yes.
and you have a decorative bow. And then you had to do the soccer ball.
Yeah.
Is there any tape on that?
You didn't use a lot of tape.
No, I was going to
more
rewrap
of a folder.
wrap it again.
Okay.
As like a second
A double
layer.
wrap.
Double layers.
Yes.
Okay.
But I ran out of time.
I like where you're going with that, though.
I actually got a paper. I really did get a paper.
No. We're going to get the set medic.
dangerous.
Hold on.
Injury.
I have a little.
We have an injury
yeah.
on set.
little
I
problem
think you're
here.
going to live. I'm not a doctor, but I've never played one on TV, but
No,
I
that's
did
your
watch
next
a lot
role.
of Grey's Anatomy, so
So Carson,
think
who
you're
would
gonna
you
live.
give the
Dangerous.
the golden wrapping trophy to?
Drum roll.
I think I'm going to give it to you.
Thank you very much.
Yours was the most
That was
complete.
suggestive. Very
Yeah,
suggestive.
maybe. It was mind control.
At the first standard of finishing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't a high bar. Okay, but we will be right back with last weather, and then Carson's going to say goodbye.
I
And
am.
again, I'm going to take the golden,
Golden skate.
wrapper home.
Scissors wrapping board.
Oh, yeah.